Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Radhana Swamiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Asati Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Raju Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu, Lavanya, Deepamata, Dandavatana, Karlo Shishila Prabhupada and Gurudev. We'll start, okay? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amakyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksharanmalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukhakaroti vachalam pangum langayate kirim yatrupatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Om Avitra Pavitro Va Sarvavasangato Piva Yaspare Pundari Paksham Prabhyabhyantaram Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 7, entitled as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South India tour. We'll check one second, but where we left. Reading. Mandari, okay. 119. Rishini. Yeah. The Lord begins his tour of South India. Simply, South India tour of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord begins his tour of South India. Yeah, let us do together. Yeah. Jaya 3 times. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Any Prabhu? Sapar Prabhu or Raju Prabhu?
I'll read Prabhu. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
All together, Hare Krishna mantra 2 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Sri Lakshminadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. So now we'll read from 119 verse. Before 119, let us spend few minutes on the categorized these verses. This is super. So, okay, let me check. Yes. Hare Krishna, Gaura Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Vanamata. Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Mata. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we'll do one more time reading. Okay. So where we are. 113 to 135. Right now we are at 119. So here 113 to 135. The episode of Kurma Brahmana that we are reading right now. At Kurma Kshetra, a Brahmana invited the Lord and treated him respectfully, offering fervent prayers and requested him to let him go with him. The Lord instructed him to chant Krishna's names always and instruct everyone to follow Krishna's orders by becoming Guru. And from 136 to 155, the episode of Vasudeva leper. A Brahmana named Vasudeva, suffering from leprosy, came to Kurma Brahmana's house to meet Lord Chaitanya. Knowing that the Lord left, he lamented. The Lord then returned there to show him mercy and cured his leprosy and advised him to chant and preach. Chant and preach. So we'll read. We have that section. Yeah. Start Mataji. Deepa Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. कटक्षणे प्रभु यदि बाह्य प्रकाशीला कुर्मीर सेवक बहु सम्मान करीला. Translation. After some time, when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested his external consciousness, a priest of the Lord Kurma deity gave him various offerings. Ye grame yayatahan e vyavahara ekathani kahilana kahi bara bara. Translation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mode of preaching has already been explained. I shall not repeat the explanation. In whichever village the Lord entered, his behavior was the same. Kurmana me se grama vaidika brahmana bahushratha bhaktya kaila prabhurani mantrana. Translation. In one village there was a Vedic Brahmana named Kurma. He invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home with great respect and devotion. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sirisha Mataji, you want to do?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. घरे आने प्रभुरा कैला पदा प्रक्षालना से जला वंशा sahita karila bhakshana. Translation. This Brahmana brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home, washed his lotus feet and with his family members drank that water.
Yeah, 123.
Aneka prakara snehe bhiksha karila Gosanira Sesa Vamshe Kaila. Translation. With great affection and respect, that Kurma Brahmana made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat all kinds of food. After that, the remnants were shared by all the members of the family.
It's also 124.
Yeah. Ei pada padma tomara brahmana dhyana kare sei pada padma sakshat aila moragare. Translation. The Brahmana then began to pray, "O my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come into my home." Haribol.
Thank you, Mataji. Vani
Thank
Mataji.
you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vani Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
125.
Yeah. Mura bhagya rasina yana ya kahana. Sorry, Prabhuji, mali chesta. Mura bhagya ya rasina naya ya kahana aja mura slagahaya haila janma kula dhana. Translation. My dear Lord, there is no limit to my great fortune. It cannot be described. Today my family, birth and riches have all been glorified.
126.
कृपा करे प्रभु मोरे या न तुम संगे साहित्य न परि दुख विषय तरंगे. Translation. The Brahmana begged Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by materialistic life. Purport. This statement is applicable for everyone, regardless of how rich or prosperous one may be. Narottama Das Thakur has confirmed this statement. Samsara Vishanale, Diva Nisi Hiyajbale. He states that the materialistic way of life causes burning in the heart. One cannot make any provisions for the troublesome life of the material world. It is a fact that one may be very happy as far as riches are concerned, and one may be very opulent in every respect. Yet one has to manage the vishayas to meet the demands of the body and so many family members and subordinates. One has to take so much trouble to minister to others. Narottama Das Thakur therefore prays Vishaya Chadiye Kabe Sudha Haibe Mana. Thus, one must become freed from the materialistic way of life. One has to merge himself in the ocean of transcendental bliss. In other words, one cannot relish the transcendental bliss without being freed from the materialistic way of life. It appears that the Brahmana named Kurma was materially very happy, for he expressed his family traditions as Janma Kula Dhana. Now, being glorious, he wanted to leave all these material opulences. He wanted to travel with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. According to Vedic way of civilization, one should leave his family after attaining 50 years of age and go to the forest of Vrindavana to devote the rest of his life to the service of the Lord.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Narottama Das Thakur in song. Samsara Visanale Divanishi Ajvale. He states the materialistic way of life causes a burning in the heart. One cannot make any provisions for the troublesome life of the material world. Vishaya Chariya Bhabe Shuddha Habe Mana. Thus one must become, thus one must become free from the materialistic way of life. So there is no happiness in the materialistic way of life. Temporary happiness is there. It's a flickering temporary happiness.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. See, the last statement, Prabhuji, can you go to that purport?
Yes.
Yeah, this last line, one should leave his family after attaining 50 years of age and go to the forest of Vrindavana to devote other. This one, like, this is based on the that time, Prabhuji, or it is applicable now also, Prabhuji?
Prabhu, sorry.
This is applicable now also, Prabhuji, or so.
Where song undi, Prabhu.
This is Prabhuji, last one, Prabhuji. One should leave.
See, Vedic culture states that, but practical, we have to look in practical way of also. Kaliva, where will you go? Everywhere. That's the thing. We have to be situated in consciousness, Prabhu,
Okay.
We have to be situated in wherever. Gruhe Thako, Vane Thako, Sada Hari, Bole Thako. Whether you go to forest, whether you stay at home, what we need to do? Sada Hari Bole Thako.
Okay.
So no problem. So consciousness matters.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Lavanya, you read some of the verses.
Text 127. प्रभु कहे ऐचे बातु कबू न कहिबा गृह रही कृष्ण नामा निरंतर लैबा. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always." Purport. It is not advisable in this age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly, for people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihasthas. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana not to be too eager to give up his family life.
It would be better to remain with his family and try to become purified by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly under the direction of his spiritual master. This is the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If this principle is followed by everyone, there is no need to accept sannyasa. In the next verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises everyone to become an ideal householder by offenselessly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and teaching the same principle to everyone he meets. Prabhuji, this is your question's answer.
Yes, Mataji. Hi. This is clear.
128. So now it goes to Prabhu's. You read Prabhu.
Yeah. Yes. CC Madhya 7.128. Ihare deka thare kaha Krishna upadesha amara ajnaya guru hanatara he desa. Translation: instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. Purport: this is a sublime mission of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Many people come and inquire whether they have to give up family life to join the society, but that is not our mission. One can remain comfortably in his residence. We simply request everyone to chant Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If one is a little literate and can read Bhagavad Gita as it is and Srimad Bhagavatam, that is so much the better. These works are now available in English in English translation and are done very authoritatively to appeal to all classes of men. Instead of living engrossed in material activities, people throughout the world should take advantage of this moment and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra at home with their families. One should also refrain from sinful activities, sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. Out of these 4 items, illicit sex is very sinful. Every person must get married. Every woman especially must get married. If the woman outnumber the men, some men can accept more than one wife. In that way, there will be no prostitution in society. If men can marry more than one wife, illicit sex life will be stopped. One can also produce many nice preparation to offer Krishna, grain, fruit, flowers, and milk. Why should one indulge in unnecessary meat eating and maintain horrible slaughterhouses? What is the use of smoking and drinking tea and coffee? People are already intoxicated by material enjoyment. And if they indulge in further intoxication, what chance is there for self-realization? Similarly, one should not partake in gambling and unnecessarily agitate the mind. The real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform and return to God. That is the summum bonum of spiritual relation. The Krishna consciousness movement is trying to elevate human society to perform of life by pursuing the method described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his advice to Brahmana Kurma. That is, one should stay at home, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and preach the instructions of Krishna as they are given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you, Puri. Nicely written. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. See, Prabhu said, one can remain comfortably in his residence. Consciousness matters. Grihastha, Paramahamsa Grihastha. Prabhupada says in one of the conversation, Paramahamsa Grihasthas. So, always keeping Krishna in the center, all of our activities center around Krishna consciousness, Krishna. So that's it. Okay. 7.129, Gaurav Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Gaurav Prabhu.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you now.
Okay, sure, Prabhuji. Kapu na badhite tomara vishaya taranga punararabhyate Ibi Ibi Thani Pabe Mora Sangha. Translation: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised the Brahmana Kurma, if you follow these instructions, your materialistic life can at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, will again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company. Purport. This is an opportunity for everyone. If one simply follows the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu under the guidance of his representative and chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, teaching everyone as far as possible the same principle, the contaminations of the materialistic way of life will not even touch him. It does not matter whether one lives in a holy place like Vrindavana, Navadipa, or Jagannath Puri, or in the midst of European cities where the materialistic way of life is very prominent. If a devotee follows the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he lives in the company of the Lord. Wherever he lives, he converts that place into Vrindavana and Navadipa. This means that materialism cannot touch him. This is the secret of success for one advancing in Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. 130.
You are the perfect example, Prabhuji, Giraj Prabhuji.
Huh?
You are the perfect example for that purport and all, Prabhuji.
कौन सा
So wherever you are there, Prabhuji, you will make it.
Sorry, ఎక్కువ అయిపోయింది.
Seriously, Prabhuji.
చాలా మస్తు చెప్తున్నారు. నేను పప్పుడప్పుగా యాక్టింగ్ నథింగ్. మీరు మంచిగా ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నారు. గుడ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్, నైస్. గివింగ్ కృష్ణ టు యువర్ చిల్డ్రన్ నైస్లీ. You are inspiring family. 130 Sapan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
E mata yanra ghare kare Prabhu Bhiksha, sei ache kahe tanra karaya ei siksha. At whosoever house Sri Chaitanya accepted his alms by taking prasadam, he would convert the dwellers into his Sankirtana movement and advise them just as he advised the Brahmana named Kurma. Purport. The cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explained here very nicely. One who surrenders to him and is ready to follow him with heart and soul does not need to change his location, nor is it necessary for one to change his status. One may remain a householder, a medical practitioner, an engineer, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Only one has to follow the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and instruct relatives and friends in the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. One has to learn humility and meekness at home, following the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in that way one's life will be spiritually successful. One should not try to be an artificially advanced devotee thinking, I am a first-class devotee, so it is best not to accept any disciples. Such thinking should be avoided. One has to become purified at home by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and preaching the principles enunciated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, one can become a spiritual master and be freed from the contamination of material life. There are many Sahajiyas who decry the activities of the 6 Goswamis, Srila Rupa, Sanatana, Raghunatha Dasa, Bhatta Raghunatha, Jiva, and Gopala Bhatta Goswamis, who are the personal associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and who enlightened society by writing books on devotional service. Similarly, Narottama Dasa Thakura and other great acharyas like Madhavacharya, Ramanujacharya, and others accepted many thousands of disciples to induce them to render devotional service. However, there is a class of Sahajiyas who think that these activities are opposed to the principles of devotional service. Indeed, they consider such activities simply another phase of materialism. Thus, opposing the principles of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they commit offenses at his lotus feet. They should better consider his instructions and instead of seeking to be considered humble and meek, should refrain from criticizing the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who engage in preaching. To protect his preachers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given much clear advice in these verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So here was so nicely mentioned here, the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explained here very nicely. One who surrenders to him, ready to follow him with heart and soul, does not change to his vocation, nor is it necessary for one to change his status. One may remain householder, medical practitioner, engineer, whatever. Keeping Krishna in the center and perform all of our duties, keeping Krishna in the center, and read and understand, follow his instructions in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. That's it. We don't need to change any social status. 131 to 132. Where is that? Hare Krishna. Sandhya Mataji, you just joined. You want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. You can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam.
Yes, Mataji. No.
पाते आइते देवालये राही एई ग्रामे यांद्रा घरे भिक्षाकारे सेई महाजाने कूर्मे एचे रीति तैचे कैला सर्वाधानी नीलाचले पुनः यावत् न आइला गोसानी. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While on his tour, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would spend the night at a temple by the road. Whenever he accepted food from a person, he would give him the same advice he gave the Brahmana named Kurma. He adopted this process until he returned to Jagannath Puri from his South Indian tour.
Do one more, Mataji.
आते वा इहान का हिलान करिया विचारा एई माता जानी बे प्रभुरा सर्वत्र vyavahara. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus I have described the Lord's behavior elaborately in the case of Kurma. In this way you will know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dealings throughout South India.
And go again. Last 134.
Yes, Prabhuji. Ei mata se ratri tahani rahila pratah kale Prabhu snana kariya chalila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would remain at night in one place, and the next morning after bathing he would start again.
Thank you,
Thank you
Mataji.
so much, Prabhuji.
ఇది కూడా చదువు Mataji. ఈ సెక్షన్ అయిపోతుంది. కొంచెం చదవండి. సెకండ్ టైం.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhura anuraji kurma bahudura aila Prabhu tanre yatna kari ghare pataila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, the Brahmana Kurma followed him a great distance, but eventually Lord Chaitanya took care to send him back home.
Thank you very much, Mataji. So we have done this section about the episode of Kurma Brahmana. Now the episode of Vasudeva leopard from 136 to until this end of this chapter. This 136 to 155. I think 155 we have in this Madhya 7th chapter, 155 verses. So let us continue with this. So CC Madhya 736, let me start. Vasudeva nama eka dvija mahashaya sarvange galita kushta tate kida maya. There was also a Brahmana named Vasudeva who was a great person but was suffering from leprosy. Indeed, his body was filled with living worms. 137. Anga haite ye kida khasi yapadaya uttana se kida rake se tana. Although suffering from leprosy, the Brahmana Vasudeva was enlightened. As soon as one worm fell from his body, he would pick it up and place it back again in the same location. 138. Ratri re sunila tenho gosa nira agamana dekhi bare aila prabhate kurmera bhavana. Then one night Vasudeva heard of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival, and in the morning he came to see the Lord at the house of Kurma. Very good. One more verse, let me go. 139. Prabhura gamana kurma mukhe te sunina bhumi te padila dukhe murchitahana. When the leper Vasudeva came to Kurma's house to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He was informed that the Lord had already left. The leper then fell to the ground unconscious.
Yes, Prabhuji. अनेके अनेक प्रकार विलाप करिते लगिला ते क्षणे आसी प्रभु तांड्रे आलंगीला. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Vasudev the leper Brahmana was lamenting due to not being able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord immediately returned to that spot and embraced him. प्रभु स्पर्शे दुःख संगे कुष्ठ दूरे गेला आनंद सहिते अंग सुंदर हईला. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched him, both the leprosy and his distress went to a distant place. Indeed, Vasudeva's body became very beautiful to his great happiness. प्रभुर कृपा देखी तांड्र विस्मय हईला मना Sloka padi pae dhari karayestavana. The Brahmana Vasudev was astonished to behold the wonderful mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he began to recite a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam touching the Lord's lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Masi. Sirisha Mataji, can you recite?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Vaham daridra papi. Prabhuji, can you recite once?
Yeah, Deepa Mataji, recite once. Kwaham
daridra papiyan kwa Krishna Shri Niketana Brahma Bandhur iti smaham bahubhyam parirambhita.
Kavyaham daridra papiyan kwa Krishna Kwaham daridra papiyan kwa Krishna Shri Niketana Brahma Bandhur iti smaham bahubhyayam parirambhita. Translation. He said, "Who am I? A sinful poor friend of a Brahmana? And who is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full in 6 opulences? Nonetheless, he has embraced me with his 2 arms." Purport. This verse was spoken by Sudama Brahmana in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.81.16 in connection with his meeting Lord Krishna.
Yeah, Sudama Brahmana, and that very beautiful pastime. Right, so that's it. Yeah, this one also Mataji.
Yes, Bahustuti kari kehe suna daya maya जीवे ही गुना नाही तो माते हे हाया मोरे देखी मोरा गंदे पालाया पर पामारा हे ना मोरे स्पर्श तुम्ही स्वतंत्र ईश्वरा. Translation. The Brahmana Vasudeva continued, "O my merciful Lord, such mercy is not possible for ordinary living entities. Such mercy can be found only in you. Upon seeing me, even a sinful person goes away due to my bad bodily odor. Yet you have touched me. Such is the independent behavior of the Supreme Personality of Godhead." Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji, next to 146.
Yes, Prabhuji. Kintu achilan bhala adhamahana ebe ahankara mora janmi be asiya. Translation. Being meek and humble, the Brahmana Vaishnava worried that he would become proud after being cursed by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Vasudeva past time. One more, 147.
Yeah. प्रभु कहे कभू तोमरा ना है बे अभिमाना निरंतर कहा तुम्हें कृष्ण कृष्ण नामा. Translation. To protect the Brahmana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him to chant the Hare Krishna mantra incessantly. By doing so, he would never become unnecessarily proud.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Lord.
Lavanya.
Yes. 178.
Unfortunately.
Krishna Upadeshikara Jivera Nistara Achirate Krishna Toma Karibe Nangikara. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advised Vasudeva to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. As a result, Krishna would very soon accept him as his devotee. Purport. Although Vasudeva Vipra was a leper and had suffered greatly, still after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cured him, he instructed him to preach Krishna consciousness. Indeed, the only return the Lord wanted was that Vasudeva preach the instructions of Krishna and liberate all human beings. That is the process of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Each and every member of this society was rescued from a very abominable condition, but now they are engaged in preaching the cult of Krishna consciousness. They are not only cured of the disease called materialism, but are also living in a very happily life. Everyone accepts them as a great devotees of Krishna, and their qualities are manifest in their very faces. If one wants to be recognized as a devotee by Krishna, he should take to preaching work, following the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then one will be undoubtedly attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Lord Sri Krishna himself, without any delay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that is the thing. Our ISKCON is preaching mission. Under the instructions we are following, under the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yare deha tare kaha Krishna upadesha. That's what this verse talks about, right? Yare dekhe tare kaha Krishna upadesha amara agyaya guru ana tara ye desha. So our ISKCON movement is preaching mission. Not only temple, not only deity worship, not only prasadam, not only but distributing this knowledge far and wide. Krishna Katha, Krishna Gana, Krishna's pastimes, book distribution especially. That is a prime activity. Yes. So now, Mata is something I think. Sunday Mata, you do one two verses.
Okay, Kamsi. एतेका कहिया प्रभु कैला अंतर्धाने दुई विद्या गला गली कांदे प्रभु रघुने. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. After instructing the Brahmana Vasudeva in that way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared from that place. Then the two Brahmanas, Kurma and Vasudeva, embraced each other and began to cry, remembering the transcendental qualities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. वासुदेवो धरा एकहिला आख्याना वासुदेवामृता प्रदा हैला प्रभुरा नामा. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thus I have described how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reclaimed the leper Vasudeva and so received the name Vasudevamrita Prada. Purport: the name Vasudevamrita Prada is mentioned in the verses composed by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Chandraval Prabhu and Ladman Prabhu, are you able to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 151.
Hare Krishna. Etakahila Prabhura Pratama Gamana Kurma Darshana Vasudeva Vimochana. Translation. Thus I end my description of the beginning of the tour of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's visiting the temple of Kurma and he's liberating the leper Brahmana Vasudeva. श्रद्धाकारी लीला हे करे श्रवण आचिरते मिलाने तारे चैतन्य चरण. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who hears these pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with great faith will surely very soon attain the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when a person actually revives his consciousness with thoughts of Krishna by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he revives his spiritual life and becomes addicted to the services of the Lord. Only then can he act as an acharya. In other words, everyone should engage in preaching, following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, one will be very much appreciated by Lord Krishna and will quickly be recognized by him. Actually, a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must engage in preaching in order to increase the followers of the Lord. By thus preaching actual Vedic knowledge all over the world, one will benefit all mankind. Hare Krishna.
So we are part of very great social welfare work. There is a course actually, Master of Social Work. So, intervention social work in case we are part of that social work, teaching mission. Very good. Thank you, Prabhu. Ladima Prabhu, are you able to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 153.
Chaitanya Lilara Adiyanta Nahi Jaan Sei Likhi E Mahantera Mukheshuni. Translation: I admit that I don't know the beginning or the end of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. However, whatever I have written, I have heard from the mouths of great personalities.
From Krishna's favor. Yes. Last two verses, Prabhu.
Yeah. Iteya paradha mora nalaiyo bhakti gana Toma sabar charan mora ekanta sharana. Translation: O devotees, please do not consider my offenses in this regard. Your lotus feet are my only shelter. Oh, Krishna.
Last ending with again.
Yeah, you can do it now, Roji. You'll always do this. Yeah.
Okay. Raja Prabhu, any chapter? Krishna's favor is more. Remembering these two special.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Shri Rupa Raghunathe. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yara Asa Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Translation: praying at lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishna Dasa, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Purport: thus, the end of Bhaktivedanta purpose to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 7th chapter, describing the start of the Lord's tour South India, and liberation of Brahmana Vasudeva. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yeah, we have concluded with this chapter, CC Madhya, 7th chapter.
So it's just a part of South India tour, right? It's not completed, right?
Chaitanya, yes, it's continued. This past times.
Prabhu, introduction is completed, Prabhuji. It's not completed. Introduction is completed now for South India.
Yeah, Prabhuji, please can you briefly 2 minutes describe the summary, Prabhuji? That complete.
No, only if Giriraj Prabhu accepts allows me.
7th chapter.
2 minutes and Lalit Mohan Prabhu 2 minutes means 20 minutes. I don't know. Prabhu.
Not like that, Prabhuji. You can.
No, Prabhuji.
I'm going to share Subodhini book. Today we read from 113, okay? From this section. 137. That's what it is, right? Yeah, 137, 130, 119 onwards we have read today. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. So in those sections we have read today. 113 from the episode of Ramana, and then 136, 155. The episode of Vasudeva letter. You can continue.
Yeah, and no, Prabhuji, like we have studied in Madhya, where it started from he taking sannyasa, okay? Mahaprabhu taking sannyasa. And after that, he wanted to leave his household activities and go to Vrindavan. But detoured through Nityananda to where? Navadvip. Okay, Shantipur. And in Shantipur, where he has gone to Advaita Acharya's house. And there her mother came, Mahaprabhu's mother came and requested him to stay at Puri rather than going to Vrindavan. Okay, so he started his journey to Puri. On the way to Puri, two incidents happened. One at Khirchor Gopinath, the other one at Sakshi Gopal. And after that, yeah, via Atharnala, he reached where? Puri. Okay, in Puri, Sarabham Bhattacharya's incident happens. And after that, he wants to tour South India. Okay, and in his journey to South India, now he reached Ichapuram, near Ichapuram, that is Sri Kurmam. Okay, he crossed Barampur. Actually, Barampur's incident will also be there. That is in Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, I guess, somewhere. Okay, and then he comes to Sri Kurmam now. So now it has just started. His South India tour started now, Prabhuji. So there will be some introduction. Huh? That introduction is completed now. That's what our the author Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling. Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhu, how many minutes?
Not even 2 minutes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Giraj Prabhu, I'm done. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you, all the devotees, for joining this call and reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So today onwards, we are going to recite Bhakti Vaibhava, the CBA 3 closed book assessment for Sloka test. Deepa Mata is part of it, Raja Prabhu is part of it, Vani Mata is part of it. So you also will benefit from those verses. I have created some small presentation for those 7 verses. Let me share.
Can you share, Prabhuji, that one in the group? Do you already share, Prabhuji?
No, not share. I just now I have prepared, Prabhuji. Just 1 hour back. I will continue. Okay?
Yeah, share with Lalitman Prabhuji also, Prabhuji. For him also, it will be easy to talk.
Who, Prabhu?
Lalitman Prabhuji. Before.
Yes. Will do. So these are the picture just updated. So these are the verses in Canto 2, 2116, 2310, 29332, 2936, Chatusloki Bhagavatam, and then 2.10.1 last verse. Total 7 verses. 7 verses, yes. So just added some slokas and these translations. We'll practice today this one, 16th verse. Let us go through other verses. Sakama Sarva Kama is there. 1 second. This one just 2116 now. 2116. Okay. Actually, I have to put that, on which context, who is speaking on this verse, on which behalf, or what is the person. I need to check. That is pending. I will do that later. 2310. Akama Sarva Kama. This is the Chatusloki Bhagavatam. Aham Evasam. 2933, 2934, 2935. Etamahanti Bhutani, and 2936. And this is the Atra Sargo is the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. 2.10.1. Okay. So 7 verses.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what is the meaning of Chatusloki? And why we call as the Chatusloki Bhagavatam, Prabhuji? And
4 శ్లోకాల మొత్తం essence of Bhagavatam ఉంటుంది.
Okay, essence of Bhagavatam ఉంటుంది, Prabhuji.
Yeah, completely spreading the law in different chapters. The essence is there. అట్లనే భగవద్గీత కూడా చతుశ్లోకి.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter. Yeah.
చతుశ్లోకి
10.82. Yeah. So, ఎందుకు అట్లా అంటామంటే if you understand those 4 slokas, you can get the essence of Bhagavatam, right? That is the reason. Yeah.
Yes,
we call it. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. This is a nice picture. All the 12 cantos and each canto title. First canto creation, second canto the cosmic manifestation, canto 3 status quo, canto 4 creation of the 4th order, canto 5 the creative impetus, canto 6 prescribed duties for mankind, canto 7 the signs of God, Canto 8, withdrawal of the cosmic creations. Canto 9, liberation. Canto 10, the summa bona. Canto 11, general history. Canto 12, the age of deterioration. So we'll continue, Prabhuji. Over to you. We have exam on September 2nd and 3rd. I forgot the date. Madhya, can you check in our GED group?
Prabhuji, 2nd and 3rd both. Saturdays and Sundays we can opt.
అంటే మన స్లాట్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా ప్రభుజీ, మనం ఆప్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
పంపించారు వాళ్ళు పంపిస్తారు అప్పటివరకు. బట్ 2nd and 3rd are exams. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. That means 2 weeks there. So we'll process these 2 weeks of these 7 days. Over to you. But before that, ఈ ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య అనేది కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి అనేది కదా ఎవరు చెప్తున్నారు ఇది?
Yeah, actually, yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
See, the 2.1 generally it refers to, क्या बोलते हैं, Sukadev Goswami appreciating the questions of Parikshit. So in that context, the contextual part is like what is, he will first explain in all these chapters, till 3rd chapter he will explain what is karma yoga, what is jnana yoga, okay, and ashtanga yoga and all these things. At last, at last he will come to a conclusion that bhakti is better than all these things. Then he will glorify the bhakti, God and bhakti. Then Parikshit Maharaj asked some more questions. No, not Parikshit. Those people, that Saunakadi rishis, they will ask some more questions, because of which then the 2nd canto all continues again. Understood now, Prabhuji? So first chapter is the initial steps, how we can realize the God through these other 2 processes, karma yoga and jnana yoga. So this is the part of that chapter. Prabhu, etavan sankhya yoga. So that was there no earlier, before.
Yeah, etavan, that's the sloka is there, right? ఏతావాద్ eva jigyasya.
No. అది వేరు. మీరు ఇందాక అందులో పెట్టింది ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య యోగం పెట్టారు అందులో. ఇంకా ముందుకు రండి. No, the one which was the single slide which is describing the all shlokas and starting words. ఇది ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య యోగం పెట్టారు పైన.
సాంఖ్య కాదు, ఏతావాద్ eva jigyasya. అచ్చా ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య.
అది పెట్టినారు.
ఇది ఏం ప్రభు? 216
వేరే ఉంది, మీరు పెట్టింది వేరే ఉంది. మీరు ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య యోగ అది కాదు.
SB 2.1.16, right? See, 2.1.16 అనేది కదా, వాళ్ళు ప్రింటింగ్ తప్పు చేశారా?
వాళ్ళు ఏదో తప్పు చేసినట్టున్నారు రోజు.
సో లెట్ మీ సీ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వర్స్. 2.1.16 ఏతావాన్ సాంఖ్య. సో నెక్స్ట్ వర్స్ లెట్ మీ సీ. ప్రీవియస్ వర్స్ ఏంటి? That's the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to update this. Anyway, I'll update it now right away. 2.1.16 కాదు, 2.1.6. We need to let them know. This is there in the study guide. This is there in the study guide. 2.1.6.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's where in this verse సడన్లీ ఇంతకుముందే రాజప్రభు అడిగిందరే ఇంటి నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి ప్రభు. నాయన ఈ ప్రభు మళ్ళీ ఏం క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతుందో నాకు భయం వేసిందే. 216. I am updating right away. Just a minute. 116. Raju Prabhu, Bhayapadiyakan Prabhuji. We are just a simple and you are practicing.
You need to learn lots from you. My wife.
Tell 216 is good. Okay. It has the perfection of human life achieved by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice mystic power, and by perfect discharge of
Last line, Prabhuji. Last line is the most important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yes. So, Bhayapadiyakandi, Raju Prabhu. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let us practice.
Yeah, knowingly or unknowingly, we have done it earlier, I guess, Prabhuji. Huh?
No.
Once we have somewhere recited this, and then Narayan
నేను-
Smriti, 1 or twice we have done it, na?
నేను వచ్చిన తర్వాతనే చేయలేదు ప్రభుజీ.
అచ్చా అచ్చా అలాగా మాతాజీ. అయితే సరే అవ్వలేదు మాతాజీ అయితే. ఓకే.
ప్రభుజీ.
చేయలేదా? ఓకే ఓకే.
నారాయణ స్మృతి అంటారు కదా.
అంటే మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ దగ్గర అంటే నైట్ కాల్ ఎవరు చేసిన మా డివోటీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరు అక్కడ చేసినట్టున్నాం. సారీ కృష్ణ. యా సో షల్ వి స్టార్ట్?
Yes,
Prabhu? Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
Prabhu.
before that, 3 devotees you can read with the synonyms and 3 devotees with the translation. Okay, please go ahead.
Etavan, all these, Sankhya, complete knowledge of matter and spirit, Yoga Bhyam, knowledge of mystic power, Swadharma, particular occupational duty, Parinishthaya, by full perception, Janma, birth, Labha, gain, Para, the supreme, Pumsam, of a person, Ante, at the end, Narayana, the personality of Godhead, Smriti, remembrance. Hare Krishna.
Etavan, all this, Sankhya, complete knowledge of matter and spirit, Yoga Bhyam, knowledge of mystic power, Swadharma, particular occupational duty, Parinistaya, by full perception, Janma, birth, Labha, gain, Para, the supreme, Pumsham, of a person, and Te, at the end, Narayana, the personality of Godhead, Smriti, remembrance.
All these, Sankhya, complete knowledge of matter and spirit, Yoga, knowledge of music power, Sadharma, particular occupational duty, Parinistaya, by full perception, Janma, birth, Labha, gain, Para, the supreme Pumsam of a person, and Te, at the end, Narayana, the supreme personality of God, remember.
Can I read translation, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead with translation, Prabhu.
Yeah, translation. The highest perfection of human life achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practicing mystic powers, or a perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of God at the end of life. Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, shall I read?
Go ahead, Mataji, go ahead.
The highest perfection of human life achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end of life.
One more devotee. Translation.
Translation. The highest perfection of human life achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end of life. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Jay. So, the main meaning and essence of this verse is Yena Kena Prakarena, at the end of your life, you should remember Lord. Okay? How is it possible? How this will be possible?
By
If you
using
practice
every
whole
minute,
life
by
of
using
remembrance.
by using every minute, by using every time, Always remember Krishna, never forget.
If whole life you remember, then you will remember at the end.
Yeah, very good. And one more thing, at the end of your life, please don't bring your near and dears to you. That is also there. Let us go to the hospice and be in between the devotees and leave the body. That should be the ideal position, how we leave the body. Okay? Not near and dears. If we have near and dears, we will relate it with our body only. Okay? Narayana Smriti will be very tough then. మా చిన్న అబ్బాయి ఒక్క అబ్బాయి రాలేదండి అంతే వస్తే ఇంకా చాలా ఇంకేం అక్కర్లేదు I seen this after coming here many and he will be somewhere in US or somewhere so far and the person who is leaving his body here he will always remember about that one person who didn't reach there. So very tough, very tough, not that easy. Okay, but yes, like the answer which you have given is the best one. If we remember all our life when we are there properly about the name of the Lord, then he will make us remember at the time of death. That is his assurance. Okay, that is the best answer which we can get. But if we have an opportunity at the end of our life, let us be in the hospices where devotees will be there serving one another, leaving their bodies properly. Okay, thank you. So we will start. We will do 2 lines together, considering that all devotees in the group who joined are well versed with the verses. Okay, so we will do 2 lines together. Is that okay with you? Or every line to one 3 times?
2 lines is okay, Prabhuji. In the
Prabhuji,
చెప్పండి
Prabhuji, single line, Prabhuji. ఎందుకంటే మేము రాయాలి కదా టెస్ట్.
అచ్చా,
కొంచెం లేట్ అయినా కూడా అట్లీస్ట్ పర్మనెంట్ గా ఫిక్స్ అయిపోతుంది బుర్రలో.
Okay, ma'am. So Sapan Prabhu will go with the single line. Is that okay with you?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, okay. Yetavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Etavan Sankhya
Yogaabhyam.
Yetavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Janmalabha Parapumsam.
Ante Narayana Smritihi.
Ante
Narayana Smritihi.
Ante Narayana Smritihi.
Ante
Narayana Smritihi.
Ante Narayana Smritihi.
Ante Narayana Smritihi.
Yetavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam. Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam. Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam. Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam. Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Yetavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam. Swadharma Parinishthaya.
Etavan Sankhya Yogaabhyam.
Swadharma
Parinishthaya.
Janmalabha Parapumsam. अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
जन्मलाभपरपुंसान्ते
नारायण स्मृतिः
जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
जन्मलाभपरपुंसाम् अन्ते
अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया
अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्मपरिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः
Thank you so much. Now we can go for the individual practices one by one, starting with Samyukta Mataji is there today? No. So Deepa Mataji or Sandhya Mataji, you can start. Any one of you.
Yeah. एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Translation also, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Translation: the highest perfection of human life, achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end of life. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Sandhya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Bhakti Vaibhava. Bhakti Vaibhava. Sandhya
Okay.
Mataji. Okay. Vani Mataji, you do it.
Yes, Prabhuji. एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. Translation: the highest perfection of human life, achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end of life.
Raju Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
एतावान् पञ्चयोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभा परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. The highest perfection of human life achieved by complete knowledge of matter or spirit, by practicing of mystic power or perfect discharge of occupation is to remember the personality of God at the end of life.
Let me do. एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम् स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. The highest perfection of human life, achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of God at the end of life. Hare Krishna. Now go ahead. Sandhya Mataji, Lavanya, who else? Yeah, anybody?
एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परापुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Mataji?
Can I do Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Mataji.
एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परापुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. Thank you,
Mataji. Lavanya Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Shirisha Mataji, unda?
రాజు ప్రభు వాయిస్ సరిగ్గా రావట్లేదు ప్రభు మీది.
ఇప్పుడు ప్రభుజీ
ఇప్పుడు ఓకే మాతాజీ.
एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परापुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृति.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Lavanya Mataji? Go ahead.
एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मा परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसा अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः.
Thank you, Mataji. And now Chandramani Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Raj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead.
I did Prabhu already.
You are done? Oh, thank you.
Well, so yeah.
Everybody done. Okay. So by now, can you understand the small words like just by reading the shloka, can you get the translation of this? If you do,
yes, Prabhuji. If you do the reads the words.
Yeah. So then it is said that you are into the shlokas now. Okay. You are properly
Prabhuji,
going into the shlokas now. Yeah.
ఆ శ్లోకాలో జన్మ అని ఉంది, బట్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ లో ఎక్కడ అది రెఫరబుల్ చేయలేదు.
Yeah. Janma labha means the highest perfection of your life now. కొన్ని పదాలు కలిపి చదవాలి. జన్మ లాభం అంటే మెయిన్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమన్ లైఫ్ అనేది. అల్టిమేట్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ అని ఒక వర్డ్ లో చెప్తారు దాన్ని. యాక్చువల్లీ పాపం ఇట్లా రాసినందుకే ప్రభుపాద్ని చాలా మంది సంస్కృత్ స్కాలర్స్ నువ్వు మొత్తం మార్చేస్తున్నావు అని అంటారు యాక్చువల్లీ. బట్ సీ ద ప్యూరిటీ ఇన్ ద ఎసెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద మెసేజ్. ఆల్వేస్ భక్తి, దట్స్ ఇట్, సింపుల్. Yes, Prabhuji. Giriraj Prabhu was about to say something. Please go ahead. I am done.
Yeah. So devotees, Bhakti Vaibhava devotees. So now 7 verses మనము ఎట్లా చేద్దాము, 2 days ఒక్కొక్క వరుస 7 ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో దట్ వే మన 2 days కావాలి. ఎవ్రీడే 2 days. Last.
But we are not meeting on Saturday, Sunday, no Prabhuji. So 5 10 days we have.
Saturday, Sunday ఇది మాత్రం.
Saturday, Sunday మనం క్లాస్ చేయట్లేదు కదా Prabhuji. సో మనం 10 days కౌంట్ చేసుకోవాలి. మనం 2 days అండ్ ఆ నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే సండే మనకి ఎగ్జామ్ వచ్చేసింది. సో వీ కెనాట్ కౌంట్. మండే ట్యూస్డే వెన్స్డే థర్స్డే ఫ్రైడే, మండే ట్యూస్డే వెన్స్డే థర్స్డే ఫ్రైడే,
10 days. 10 days అంటే మనము వి నీడ్ మోర్ ప్రాక్టీస్. దట్స్ ద రీజన్. సో ఎవ్రీడే 2 నేర్చుకొని ఫస్ట్ మొత్తము అన్ని 7 శ్లోకాస్ మొత్తం ఒక్కొక్కలం చేయడము లాస్ట్ 2-3 days. అట్లే ఓకేనా?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Every day.
Familiarity, we have to bring familiarity.
Mataji?
దాని వల్ల మనం ఫెమిలియర్ అయిపోతాం శ్లోకాస్ తో. 2 not that we are verifying in one day.
రోజుకు ఈ వారంలో మొత్తం కంప్లీట్ చేసి ఈ వారంలో మొత్తం రోజుకు 2 శ్లోకాస్ లాగా చేసేసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మొత్తము 7 శ్లోకాస్ మొత్తం చదవడం, మొత్తం ప్రాక్టీస్, శ్లోక రిసైటేషన్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ రీడింగ్ 7 days చేస్తే అయిపోతుంది. ఆ 5 days, ఆ నెక్స్ట్ 5 days ఆల్ ద 7 శ్లోకాస్ వి ఆల్ డూ, ఎవ్రీబడి. దానివల్ల రిపీటెడ్గా హియర్ అయిపోతాం, మనం కొంచెం ఫెమిలియారిటీ వస్తుంది. సో దట్ బాగుంటుంది అది. సో ఈ వారంలో కంప్లీట్ చేద్దాం, అంటే 2 రోజులు వర్క్లు చేద్దాం. అయితే 5 days, ఈ 2 రోజులు మొత్తం అన్ని టచ్ చేసినట్టు ఉంటుంది. దెన్ ఆ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మొత్తం 7 వర్సెస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం అందరం. దానివల్ల 7 మంది 8 మంది 7 years till 9:20 let us extend the call, no problem. నాకు 11 అయిపోతుంది, ఏం కాదు. ఓకే, 9:20 9:30 వరకు అయినా ఓకే. 9:30 is a hard stop, max 11 o'clock. Will do. Okay, thank you very much. Devotees, vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री गुरुदेव की जय. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृतम की जय. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. श्री प्रभुपाद लीलामृतम की जय. हिताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.
ప్రభుజీ ఇంకో చిన్న విషయము, అది సాయంకాలం మీరు కాల్స్ తీసుకుంటారా ఫర్ రీడింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్స్ ప్రభుజీ? ఒక 15 minutes 9 to
అది చేద్దాము. 10 days ప్లాన్. లెట్ మీ
15 minutes. ఓకే, 15-20 minutes చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది అనుకుంటున్నాం ప్రభుజీ. అది
ఒకసారి మనం చూద్దాం. అదే నేను ఒకసారి విల్ ప్లాన్, మేబీ వెడ్నెస్డే నుంచి చేద్దాము. 1-2 days let me go through his documents, and I wanted to talk to this Prabhuji, Anandaram Prabhu also. We'll see.
Sure Prabhuji.
ఈ 2 రోజులు అయితే శ్లోకాలు మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం. ఆయన ఎనీవే we are in the call, we are doing, but at least translation మనకు చెప్పండి.
Deepa Mataji, I need to speak to you after this call. Please pick my call, Mataji.
చెప్పండి ప్రభుజీ.
ప్రభుజీ వీటి తర్వాత ఏం చేద్దాం ప్రభు?
ఎగ్జామ్ వరకు అయిపోయాక మళ్ళీ అంతలో అయితే మళ్ళీ 1-2 weeks 1 స్లోగా చేద్దాం ప్రభు. ఈ ఎగ్జామ్ కాబట్టి కొంచెం ట్రాన్స్లేషన్స్.
దట్ ఈస్ అండర్స్టూడ్ ప్రభుజీ, దట్ ఈస్ అండర్స్టూడ్. నో ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. ఆ తర్వాత ఏం చేద్దాం ప్రభు?
భక్తి శాస్త్రిక నెక్స్ట్ వాళ్ళ శ్లోకాస్ we can do ప్రభుజీ. భగవద్గీత
భక్తి శాస్త్రి శ్లోకాలు మనం భక్తి శాస్త్రంలో నేర్చుకున్న శ్లోకాలు. వీళ్ళకి కూడా ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది కదా, అవి వాళ్ళకు 1-2 times ఇట్లా
ఓకే ప్రభుజీ, అర్థమైంది.
we will swim in those already learned verses.
Okay. Actually, Prabhuji, there are about Alvars and the general history about Sri Sampradaya Alvars and all. And our Acharyas we have 34. We should discuss about them also. That was my desire. But let us okoka festival roju gani lekapothe something like you will get in holidays na, that day we will extend half an hour Prabhuji about discussing these people. Okay, because until unless we don't know about their sacrifices na, we won't know what our institution is, where we are attached to.
Sure Prabhu. Alvar means manaku proper frequently quotes King Kulashekara Alvars, Mukunda Manasoti. ఇంకేమైనా ఉందా మీ ఐడియా? ఐ మీన్ వేరియస్
12 మంది ఉన్నారు ప్రభు. 12 మంది మధ్యగా డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. అది మెయిన్. ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు ఒక స్టైల్లో ఉంటారు ప్రభుజీ, ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు ఒక స్టైల్, అంతా డిఫరెంట్ అదంతా మొత్తం. ఓకే,
enriching Vaishnava culture.
Yes. Really, you will come to know what a Vaishnava Seva means, because Sri Sampradaya is actually about of Vaishnava Seva, na? So you will come to know about that. Very good this thing. We will discuss about those things. Sure. Thank you so much.
Sure. Hare Krishna. KC Monday, right? KC Monday.